Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today it's really exciting. I'm going to be reviewing the Creality SparkX i7 3D printer. Now the really cool thing is this printer can do just a single filament print, but it can also do 2, 3, and even 4 different filament colors at the same time, which is really cool. Also, just a real quick clarification. When I say printing at the same time, obviously I mean in the same session. You don't have to go and stop it and then manually go swapping out the filament and then printing again. So obviously that's what I mean, not like printing 4 different colors at the exact same time. So the same session, that's kind of what I mean. So just keep that in mind in the context of this video so you don't think I'm misleading you. This is all possible because of the specialized housing that goes next to the 3D printer, and inside of there you have the spools, and it automatically sort of feeds in the filament as you need it. So this is an awesome printer. I had a ton of fun. I made these gears and you can see how beautifully they printed. Now I did print these in just one filament color, but I'll quickly show you some of the stuff that I printed in multiple colors. So here's something that I printed, which is just sort of like a little fidget gear thing that I printed with the 4 different colors Creality sent me. You can see it's so cool that this is all printed at the same time. And then as well, I'm going to show you how to make these awesome little rockets inside of Blender. And I'll show you how I 3D printed them on this amazing printer. So let's jump into this video. I think you're really going to enjoy the Creality SparkX i7. It's a fantastic printer, especially with the multi-filament combo. So here are the boxes sent to me by Creality, and you can see really nicely packaged as always. So instead of taking a really long time and boring you with the unboxing, I'm just going to go ahead and clap a few times, and with YouTube magic we'll have it unboxed. And there we have it. So you can see we've gotten the boxes off, but I think we could probably clean it up a little bit more. And here you can see, I think that's enough stuff removed for now. So I'm going to grab the camera and I'll show you a little bit closer what we're looking at here. So already having a look at this printer, you can see it is very futuristic and very clean in how it has been designed. So after the unboxing here, you can see there's still a few bits of cardboard and trim on here. And I think, and this is standard for a lot of 3D printers, when you're unboxing it, there are going to be, if I can just get the focus right here, these sort of little clamps that you can remove that hold things in place at first, just to keep things safe as it's in transport. And this is also a really nice thing with this combo. Since this is the combo, it does come with this box here, which houses, if I quickly unlock it here, which houses your different color of filament over here. And you can see here there is the little, if I get it in focus here, I've got it in focus, you can see there's this sort of little inlet. We can have 4 different filaments, which is really, really cool. Just look how nice and clean the design is on that. Just absolutely fantastic. So I guess what I'll do at this point is I'll take all of this stuff off, I'll kind of assemble it, get the spool in, and we'll start trying out this 3D printer. Maybe we'll print a boat or something, just something nice and easy, just to see how it performs. So you can see I have now inserted the spool in here, and the really cool thing is once you stick the spool up into those little nozzles, it just automatically starts pulling it in, which I didn't expect. That is so cool. Really, really awesome. So you can see here, this is going through here. At first, I had just a thing up here that you can put here if you're just doing a single piece of PLA. So yeah, just this guy over here. And I shouldn't have done this because I realized that's actually an obstruction. So don't do what I did at first. You don't want this on there to be an obstruction unless you're only doing a single filament, which this can do. But in this case, we're doing the combo with the different colors. So you can see here, that's really, really cool. So these all go out here. These instructions for this were really easy to follow. It'll automatically feed these through. And the really cool thing here, I'll quickly show you. When you go to the filament, it actually automatically recognizes the colors. And for whatever reason, if it didn't recognize the colors, you can actually click on it. And you can click on edit, and you can actually go ahead and set the color. So that's super, really easy, very easy to do. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and just try something out here. So I'm not quite sure what's going to happen because I haven't printed anything yet. This is the first time for me now with this specific printer. And I really like this shark, but I'm going to go ahead and enable, just go ahead and press next. I'm still going to figure this out. So there you can see there's the different colors. So hopefully it's showing up nicely, but you can see here it shows different colors here. And I'm just going to go ahead and print and see what happens here. So now it's doing its little dance, and you can see things are moving along here. So once it starts printing, I'll show you guys what it's looking like. So my shark is now printing, as you can see here. So far it seems to only be printing in one color, but I'll see if it continues printing, if perhaps there's some other colors here involved. So that's the thing I still kind of have to figure out. So I'm sort of learning this new multicolor printing thing as I go along with this sort of overview of the printer, but so far it's printing beautifully. Have a look at that.
if I can get the focus right, you can see it looks really good. So yeah, I'll update you in a little bit.
So here you can see is the shark that was printed. Came out pretty good, didn't take too long to print. But you can see this is still not multi-print. So I think what's happening is this one was just, it had the setting to only be printed in a single filament color. So that was sort of like the G code. And this was just sort of like one of the demo ones that came with the 3D printer, which is still pretty cool, as you can see. This sort of articulatable shark. So right now I'll actually make something quickly, and then we can see if we can print it in multiple colors, just as a test. So I decided to make a little sort of planetary gear system, and I was going to keep it simple with a very simple base gear that I'm making here, and then sort of like a track that slides inside of a groove in that gear. And then there'll be another gear sitting on top of that track. And the idea here is you can kind of have them spinning around each other, and it'll be like a bit of a fidget toy. So nothing too complicated. It's just something I'm experimenting with here. I did give it some viewport colors in Blender just to kind of get an idea of what it might look like in color. But this is just me experimenting. This is why this bit is not a tutorial. I was just messing around, laying it out, exporting it as an OBJ. And then I brought it into Creality Print where I just mess around, and I kind of learned at this point how to do this. But my mistake here is putting everything on the same layer, and I learned that that is not going to print well. So this print that I ended up printing didn't actually work out as well, but I'm going to show you a tutorial bit after this where we'll actually make a rocket. And I think that is going to work out a lot better because we can kind of print it up in layers, and it's going to demonstrate how this works quite beautifully. And here you can see is that device that I've made in Blender and 3D printed. Now I made it just as a test, so it's not perfect, but you get the idea here. It's a fun little fidgety thing to play with. And the thing that I realized is that having all of these when I'm printing like on the same sort of level wastes a lot of filament. So I think what we'll do in the next bit is I'll try and make something, but we'll print it sort of going upwards. So maybe we'll make like a little model rocket or a little model toy, and we'll actually print it in sort of like layers. Okay, so let's have some fun. We're going to jump into Blender, and I'm going to show you how to make a little model rocket, and then we can 3D print it in multicolor. So let's go ahead and select all default objects and press delete. We'll go Shift A and let's go to our mesh options and add in a cylinder. And with this cylinder, we'll tab into edit mode. And this is one of the reasons why making rockets are so cool, because they don't need a lot of support structure, and you can make them all sorts of cool shapes. You can go really cartoony, you can go really realistic. You can do all sorts of really cool stuff with a rocket, right? So I'm just going to extrude and scale the vertices. And I think that's sort of like a cool rocket design. And because we don't have too much overhang, so I'm just gonna go Shift Alt and just select these edges. But because we don't have too much overhang here, we're not gonna need any sort of support structure. So that's kind of like a cool looking shape, I reckon. And then what I'm gonna do, I'll kind of move this up in edit mode. And then I'm gonna tab back out. I'm gonna go Shift A, I'm gonna go to my mesh options and add in a cylinder. And I'm going to tab into edit mode. I'm going to go G and X and move the cylinder over. I'm going to go S to scale it. S, Z, and scale it up onto Z. Maybe something like that. I'll place it right over here. And then I'm going to go Shift A. Shift A. I'm going to go to my mesh options, add in a cube. And I'll go S, Y, and I'll flatten this like so. Make it nice and skinny. And then I'll just move this in here like so. And then inside of just the wireframe view, I'm just going to select these verts over here and just kind of line them up like so, just to kind of make a cool looking rocket shape. If you wanted to, and this probably a good idea, you could select this top face and extrude it up and then kind of scale it like that, just to sort of make that sort of shape. Just gives it a kind of cool cartoony rocket look, which I think kind of looks cool. Maybe I'll make this just a little bit shorter. There we go. I think that looks kind of cool. You can do whatever you want with the design. But once you have something that you like, you can go ahead in object mode. You can go Shift D to duplicate, RZ90 and hit enter. And then Shift R just to repeat that action. And now we've rotated it around 90 degrees like that. And I think with this rocket, I'll go ahead and maybe make just a little bit of a modification just by scaling this up a little bit, kind of changing the shape a bit. And maybe with this one here, maybe this can have a dome. So I'll maybe add in a sphere, kind of scale the sphere down a little bit at the end. But you get the idea here, right? Just making a really simple sort of looking rocket. Okay, so I'll just give that a subdivision surface. Just give a bevel here at the bottom. And maybe I'll just make this sort of more a little bit narrow. So there, I've gone and just modified it a bit, just a little tiny bit, just to make it look a little bit more sort of stylized. And I think that's really sort of cute as far as a rocket design goes. So there you can see that's sort of like my final design that I'm going for. And I think that looks kind of cool. So I'm going to just grab everything, holding in shift, I'm going to join the main rocket. And I'll go Control J just to join it all together. And what we need to do, we need to make this one sort of like seamless mesh object. So what we're going to do, we're going to select it. To do this, you can go to your modifiers, add modifier, search, and then type in remesh. Get the remesh modifier, and then make this value 0.01 on the voxel size. And then you can come here and apply it. And then what we can do is we can just kind of move this up till it's sitting right on our floor. Get it as close as you can, and then you can go Control A and just apply all of the transforms like that. So now to get this into Creality Print, you're going to select it. You'll go to File, and then let's go Export, and let's export this as an OBJ. I'm going to go and just call it Rocket, and I'm going to go Export. And then what you need to do is open up Creality Print. Now, all you have to do is go to the internet, type in Creality Print, and you can download it for free. Once you download it and you install it on your computer, just run it, and then I'll show you how easy it is to use this. Okay, once it's opened up, you can actually select your printer. Now, I've already connected the printer here. It's very easy to do when I was setting up the printer. It gives you all sorts of options here, and you can click on this at any point, and you can edit a lot of the sort of settings, like the nozzle type, the filament, the G code, all that sort of stuff is accessible. And I can see that my printer is currently online here because I have it connected to the same network that my computer is running. So what we can do here, we can go to File, we can simply go to Import, and let's go here to Import and this top option. And then I'm going to go to my desktop, or in this case my documents where I have it. I'm going to click on that rocket OBJ. I'm going to go Open. And now you can see it's sitting nicely. So what I might do here is I might just scale it up a little bit, just to make it a little bit bigger. There we go. So that's really looking really nice. And then what we can do here, we can come over to our supports. And then we can come here and enable supports. Come here to the type, and let's change it to tree auto. And now we can go over and add the different filament. So we're going to come over here to where we see the little paintbrush, and because we have the Spark i7 here connected and selected, we can see here that it has the different filament types here. So at the moment it's given it all the default one, which is the green, and that's how I've just placed them into the device. But you can see here one is the first one that's loaded. So what I'm going to do, I'll leave everything as sort of like the green, but the base I would like to make white and then make some of the other parts red. So what you can do is you can actually come here to this tool called the height range. Okay. And now if you move over here, you can actually see this line running across, and this is really cool. So what I can do now, I can select the white here. I can start here at the base, and I can click and drag up. Now, if it's too sparse like that, you can actually take the height range. And now if you come here to the bottom and you drag up, you can see you can paint. And I'm going to go all the way up like that, just painting these parts white up. Okay. And then I want to go ahead and make sort of like a yellow band down here. So I'm going to go to the yellow, and then I'll start over here. And from here up, we'll make it yellow. And then we'll start from here and make that yellow as well, a band of yellow. And then I want to make it the red filament. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to paint up to make that all red. And then I'll just go and make the tip of it yellow again, like this, all the way to the top. And I think that looks kind of cool. Okay. Maybe, just maybe, I'll grab the red, bring this height range down a bit, and just kind of have like a band of red over here like that. Maybe, just maybe. And then maybe get rid of this here, just make it white. So just a thin strip of red going like that. So now you can see we have a very good way of testing how this prints in layered form like this with different filament colors. Okay, so now we can go over and click on preview. And now it's essentially going to generate the G code for us based on everything we've put in here. And there we have it. Look at that. So now it has also given us the supports here, the tree supports, which is going to really help. Now there's this annoying thing here, which is this sort of like prime block or purge block, where it kind of cleans off every time. But because this machine already kind of automatically purges for us, we don't need that. So once you have that, you can come over here to the multi-filament, and you can actually come here and come to the prime tower, and you can just turn it off. Just untick it. So now it's no longer there. I'm just going to press slice plate again, and there we go. So now that's gotten rid of it. So now we are ready to get into business. So I'm going to go ahead and say send print. Okay, we're going to go ahead and send it to the printer. And you can actually see over here, I can see a live camera view of the printer here because it comes with a camera built in, which is really cool. So if you're remote, you can actually keep an eye on your prints, which can be super handy. But what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and start the print. It's going to ask you to make sure there is nothing currently on the print table, which there isn't in my case. And I'm going to go ahead and click OK, and I'm going to start printing. So what I'll do is show you a bit of the printing. So what you can see here is the 3D printer, and every now and then it actually pauses, it purges some of the filament, and then it continues printing with a different color here. And this is all a little bit shaky. I know it's not the best footage because of how it's sort of the bed moves, but it just kind of gives you an idea how nicely this printer prints. And here we finally have the little model rocket that we made in Blender, and you can see it's just beautifully printed. This printer really does have incredibly good sort of like quality of the printing. As you can see here with the lines and the grain, it's very smooth, smoother than it looks on camera. And just look at these nice beautiful filaments sent to me by Creality. I really have been enjoying printing with them. And I'll quickly show you guys. Here is another one that I made. I had so much fun. Let me see if I can get it on the camera. I had so much fun making these little rockets that I've gone and made more than just one. So I think they're a ton of fun to mess around with and sort of like make, as you can see here. So yeah, so let's talk a little bit more about this printer. So in conclusion, a few things I want to mention about this printer that really stood out to me while I was using it. Just the design of the printer. Overall, it's a beautifully designed printer. It's very compact despite coming in a relatively large bag. And we consider the fact that with the combo that can print 4 different filaments, if you combine that, it still has a relatively small footprint. I have it here sitting on the edge of a relatively small desk, and that's just something that I think is really cool. And especially if you're a beginner, you just kind of want to get into it, I think that has really great appeal. Secondly, the ease of use and getting it connected, set up, and started up is very easy. Like I said in the earlier part of the video, there were only like 2 things that I had to kind of remove. There were a few bits of plastic and cardboard, but for the most part, this printer is already kind of built for you. Another thing that I think is just fantastic compared to some older multicolor printers that are out there from different brands, this sort of feature where it automatically extrudes the filament for you in the little box where everything sits, and it's also climate controlled in the sense that you have those little water absorbent packets that kind of keep the air dry. I think it's just something that they've made it as easy for you as possible as a beginner to get into printing. You have the option of just printing in one color if you want, or up to 4 different filaments in a printing session. So that's what I've got to say about this printer. A very good printer. I'd highly recommend it. And in the description, you'll find relevant information to this printer. So I will be making more videos on this printer on my channel. I'll be doing some YouTube shorts as well. I think there's a lot more that can be said about this printer, but definitely recommend it. Check out the Creality SparkX i7. It's a fantastic printer, especially with the color combo.